Hey guys, it's Cindy. I'm going to do a pretty big haul today of all the newer book releases that I've picked up. Not all of them are super new, but they are all basically new books. So if you want to see the books that I've acquired recently, please stay tuned. So the first book I'm going to start off with is actually an ARC. I'm not sure if I've already hauled this one because I got it quite a while ago. It is Otherworld by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller, sorry. I know Jason Segel is like one of my favorite characters in How I Met Your Mother. If you haven't watched that show, you need to watch that show. It is absolutely hilarious. But I actually did not know that he was an author. Apparently he's written quite a few books so far, so I'm so excited to read this. It is about a game that takes place. It is supposed to be like similar to Ready Player One, which I haven't read yet, but I need to because I don't know if the movie adaptation has came out yet or it's going to come out soon. But I'm really excited that I got a hold of this. I did win this. I'm not sure where. I entered like quite a few giveaways and on different websites, so I did win a copy, and this comes out in November. So all the rest of the books are books that I actually paid for. That was like the only free book, I believe. So this book is not a new book, but it is in basically brand new condition. I got it from Half Price Books for $5.99. It is The Queen of the Tearling by Erica Johansson. I am a sucker right now for like any type of fantasy book, and I just finished reading Three Dark Crowns and One Dark Throne. So I'm really into like the whole queen setting and like the like gruesome backstories to becoming a queen. So this is about a girl that becomes a queen when she is 16 years old, or actually 19-year-old, sorry. So 16 was from The Dark Crown. So I'm actually really excited. I've heard really good things about this novel. It is really big. So the next book that I picked up, I've heard absolutely great things about. I was actually supposed to meet the author, but some things came up and I wasn't able to. It is Moxie by Jennifer. I'm not sure. I would normally pronounce her name as Matthew, the last name, but I've heard a lot of people pronounce it as Matu, and I'm not sure if that's right. But this is a book that's all about female empowerment, and I absolutely love that. I really hope that there's like some sort of feminist readathon. I'm pretty sure there is one going on, and I'm actually not aware about it. But I've heard absolutely amazing things about this, and I cannot wait to read it. I feel like it's going to be a reoccurring word. A recurring phrase. I can't wait to read it, obviously, because that's why I purchased the books. So I know that the spin-off for this novel is going to come out soon. This is Furthermore by Tahira Mafi. I've heard absolutely amazing things about this. Witchwood, which is like a companion novel, is supposed to be coming out. I don't believe it comes out this year. It might come out at the end of the year. And it is all about this girl that lives in a colorful world, but her herself is colorless, and this is a middle grade novel. My friend actually picked this up for me on Book Outlet. So I'm absolutely so excited to read this. I love this cover. It is so beautiful. So the next book is something that everyone has loved. I've actually never read one of her novels before, so this will be the first time that I pick up one of her novels. It is Warcross by Marie Lu, and I was able to get the signed copy from Half Price Books. This book is absolutely gorgeous. If you get the UK edition, it is actually like a rainbow naked book. I've been wanting to get it, but I just can't justify it yet because I haven't read the book. So if I read it and absolutely love it, I probably will pick up the other edition because I just think it's gorgeous. So that's her signature there. It's super cute. It has like a heart and everything. I'm really excited to read this. This is also going along with like the whole game world, where there is a girl that is playing a game, and she gets contacted by like the makers of the game to hack it. Apparently there are like different things going on in the game that shouldn't be going on. So I'm really excited to read this. I love the cover. And the next two books are books that I purchased because they were suggested to me by, well, they weren't suggested to me personally, but I was watching a Books and Lala video. You guys know that I'm like obsessed with her, along with like so many other booktubers. But she said that she really liked Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore. It is about a group of women that are able to grow plants out of their hands. And I'm really excited to read this. I love this cover. If you haven't seen this cover in person, you have to. It is like textured and it's so beautiful with all the flowers on it. So that is the book I picked up. And then the next one is one that everyone has been raving about. It is I think it is nominated for like a book award this year. It just recently came out this month. It is Far From the Tree by Robin Benway, and this is a book about a family, or a set of, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 kids. I think it's 3 teenagers that were in a foster care system together, and they end up getting separated, and this is like the story of them coming back together when they are older. I heard it's absolutely beautiful. I love the cover as well. So this is another buy that I got from Half Price Books. I was able to get the signed edition, which is always fun. This is her newest novel. I haven't read anything from her. I started reading the first book in her Raven cycle, which is also something that I picked up. I picked up The Raven Boys. I started reading this. I had like a paperback edition that I got for like $1, but I wanted to collect it in the hardback because I was absolutely loving it, and I found it at, I believe it was at Thrift Books, and it is in great condition. I think it was like $5 or $6, but I was actually absolutely loving this. I believe Emma Books is hosting a readathon in November for the Raven cycle, so I have to like acquire the other books because I really want to read this. But her newest novel is All the Crooked Saints, and this is such a short book, and I just really want to read this. I've heard that the writing, or her writing in general, is absolutely beautiful, so I picked up a signed edition. Honestly, when they have signed editions at Half Price Books and they have 20% off, I just feel like I'm more compelled to buy the book, even if, where's the signature? Even if I might not get to it right at this moment. I keep passing by the page. I want to show you guys her signature. Okay, so that's it there. And the next book that I picked up, I got Bad Romance. It is by Heather Demetrios. I know this does have a lot of trigger warnings because it is about a relationship where there is domestic abuse. I'm not sure if the abuse is physical or just emotional, but I really wanted to read this, and it was like another cover buy because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. But I'm really interested in the story. I know that it is a situation where like she's having a lot of issues of abuse in her home, and then she ends up being in a relationship where she's also having abuse there too, so I know it's absolutely going to be heartbreaking, but I really want to read this. And the next book I picked up was 6 Stories by James, no, is that by, who is this by? Oh, Matt Wazalowski. I don't know why it doesn't say his name on the cover, but this is another short read. I probably will try to get to this soon because it is a thriller novel. It is a sense where there are 6 different stories told when a body is found, so you don't really know who to believe. And I actually I like situations where you can't really trust the characters. I know that's really hard to read sometimes, but I actually really like when stories turn out that way, so I'm really excited to read this. I really like the cover. I don't know why I thought it was like sound waves before I bought the book, because it kind of looks like they're sound waves, but it is totally like a forest and the reflection in water. I was way off. Or maybe it is sound waves. Maybe it's meant to be both. So the next book I picked up, I actually met the author in September, but when I went to go pick up the book so I could get it signed, it was sold out. I guess people were just like really anticipating it because it had just came out, and it is The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding by Alexandra Bracken. I think Alexandra Bracken has some of the most beautiful covers I have ever seen. Her Passenger series covers, like the Naked books and just the covers in general, are absolutely gorgeous, and this book holds true to that. The end pages of this book are so beautiful. I love them. So I know this is a middle grade novel and it is a thriller, so I probably will read this soon. I am a kind of a scaredy cat, so I think that this will probably be good for me since it is a middle grade novel. It won't be as like scary, even though I don't have an issue with like gore or anything. Like, I take well to that. I know that sounds really weird, but like that doesn't bother me as much as just like being scared. I don't know. So the next thing I picked up was not a new book, but it is, well, I believe it was new at HPB. This is The Valiant by Leslie Livingston, and I got it for $8.99. The reason I picked this up was because I've heard a lot of people talk about this. This is kind of an older book. I think it came out like in February or something. But it is about a badass female character, and she is a gladiator, so I love those kind of characters. This book is actually going to be adapted soon on the CW, and I typically like their shows, so I actually really want to watch this, but before I allow myself to watch it, I have to read it. So that's why I picked this book up. So the next book was actually one that I solely bought because of the cover, and I know we're not supposed to judge books by the cover, but like, let's be real, I can't resist a beautiful cover. This is Autobiography by Christina Lauren, and just take a moment, you guys. This book is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I cannot wait to take pictures of this. But when I heard that this was compared to Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, I absolutely had to buy it because I love that book so much. So I cannot wait to read this. It does feature two characters that are gay, and they have a literature class together. So I'm really excited to read this. It sounds like it's going to be super cute, and this is another one that has like that sunset cover, which I'm a sucker for. The next book that I bought was Welcome Home, and it is an anthology about love and adoption, and I'm actually really excited to read this. I really love I think I'm going to read this along with Far From the Tree because I really want to read some adoption stories, and this is an anthology, so I'm really getting into anthologies. I think that's just like from watching so much books on Lala that I'm just like, oh, I want to read more anthologies. So I'm really excited to read this one. And the next book that I purchased, I have heard such great things about this. It has a lot of different rap, which I am really excited for. I really love like diverse novels. So this is, it has a I believe bisexual main character, as well as a main character that has schizophrenia, or is it schizophrenia? It doesn't say. I'm not really sure if it is schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, but I do know that it features two different brothers and sisters. So like the brother is the one that has the mental illness, and she is bisexual, so she ends up coming back and ends up falling in love with the same girl that her brother likes. So I'm really excited to read this. I've heard amazing things. It is Little and Lion by Brandy Colbert. I am so excited to read this. I know this was like a book of the month pick a couple of months ago, but I did pick mine up from Books A Million, I believe. So another anthology that I picked up is Feral Youth, and this is told in different points of view. It's 10 different authors. It is edited by Sean David Hutchison, and it is sort of like a reinvented Canterbury Tales, where there's a bunch of kids that are misfits, and they're all telling different stories as they're making their way through a camp. So I'm really excited to read this. I love the cover of this as well. I like that like blue color. This is going to be like a long video. I'm sorry that my hauls are so long. So this is Dress Codes for Small Towns by Courtney Stevens. I'm really excited to read this. I have heard amazing things, and I've heard a lot of people can resonate with the main character, which I always love. So I'm really excited to read this. This came out, I believe, a couple months ago. The next book I picked up is actually a sequel to a book that I have not read yet, but this is The Layer of Dreams by Libba Bray. I do have The Diviners. I haven't read it yet. This is a massive book, but the reason I picked this up is because it was only $3.97, and it is a brand new copy, and I picked this up from Books A Million. They have it in like their bargain book section online, so it is a great deal. And I know the new one, Before the Devil Breaks You, I believe it's called, came out this month, and everyone has been talking about it, so I kind of want to go ahead and jump on the bandwagon and read the trilogy. I'm not sure if it's a trilogy, but 3 books are out so far, so I don't have the 3rd one yet. This is a book I'm so excited to read. It is Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado. I am so excited to read this. I know it's not that long of a novel, but it mentions, it's a whole bunch of different stories about how women's bodies are taken advantage of. So I'm really excited. I know there's just like different stories as forth as like violence upon women's bodies. So it's definitely like a tougher book to read, but I'm really excited for it. And this book is a thriller that everyone absolutely loves. It is I think this is an adult thriller. It is The Girl in 6E by A.R. Torr. It is about a woman that is a killer. So she basically locks herself up in her apartment 6E, and she does not leave her home at all. She gets everything delivered to her. She does like adult videos of herself in order to pay for everything because she's afraid that she's going to kill people when she walks out of her apartment. I think this is a trilogy. This is the first book. The back is absolutely gripping. It says, "My life is simple as long as I follow the rules. 1, don't leave the apartment. 2, never let anyone in. 3, don't kill anyone." So I'm so excited to read this. I have 2 last books, and these are also books that I picked up from the bargain section at Half Price Books. If you, I mean not Half Price, but at Books A Million. If you aren't a Books A Million member, you need to be because you get free shipping no matter how much you spend. So the first one is Vanishing Girls by Lauren Oliver. I haven't read an Lauren Oliver book. I do believe I have Replica by her. This is a more of a thriller novel. I love the cover of this. And I'm really excited to read this. It was only $2.97 for the hardback. And then the last book that I got is a huge book, and the reason I got it is because it is going to be adapted soon, and I want to go in reading books before I watch the adaptation. So far, I don't know if I've been successful, but I really want to do it. And this was $6.97, and it is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. This book doesn't look as big and as intimidating as it feels. It is so heavy, and the pages are like the thinnest pages I have ever seen. So I know this is going to take me a while to read, but I've heard really great things. Those are all the newer releases I've picked up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have picked up any of these books and read them recently, please let me know what you thought in the comments below. I am getting up off this floor because my back is starting to kill me. I have done 3 videos so far. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.